The boy merely stepped onto the speech podium, yet left everyone present utterly stunned. Did not even the strongest heads choose to be the freshman representative? Just how powerful is this guy? Right after the giant octopus appeared, Leo quickly severed its tentacles. Celia, remember to keep your cool, but of course, you'd better worry about yourself first. The next second, the octopus monster suddenly spewed a blast of water, knocking Celia flying dozens of meters away right on the spot. Meanwhile, the octopus monster grabbed the student with one of its tentacles. Seeing this, the two immediately swung their long swords, cutting down the tentacles in front of them. Right then, Carl nearby was greatly shocked. As the head from the western region, her combat prowess was unquestionable. So why was this guy Leo so strong? At that moment, an iced-over tentacle landed prominently from the sky. When the two looked up, they saw a familiar face appear before their eyes. This guy was the one they had encountered back then. The next second, a girl unleashed freezing magic at the octopus monster. Then seeing him slowly speak, "For someone who can't even protect yourself, why don't you just obediently hide in the back?" And Carl realized that the strong never care whether we got entangled in their fights. At the same time, several more severed tentacles rained down from the sky. It turned out the Levering siblings had joined the fight. Right then, a bard shouted to Celia, "Wait for Celia, is our competition not over yet?" Meanwhile, Chelsea looked at Leo and gave a smile. On the other hand, the professor was watching everyone's performance from the side. In the lake leading to Lumel Academy, there are all kinds of monsters. These monsters are very suitable for their entrance ceremony, which proved his guess was correct. The heads performed quite impressively. Chenxia from the eastern region, Celia from the western region, Gilding and the bard Levering, Chloe Moeller from the northern region, Voting Titan from the southern region, and Duramoro from the central region. This year's freshmen are all quite good. But what impressed him the most was that nameless freshman. With his clean and crisp swordsmanship, his movements were so light that it seemed he had anticipated the sea monster's attacks all along. You'll be able to see him in night classes very soon. A moment later, everyone finally arrived at the academy. Even Carl didn't expect to have used up all his prepared potions. Meanwhile, Professor Ein slowly spoke up. "You will come to this lake often in the future, so it is better to get used to it as soon as possible. Let's go to the entrance ceremony now." Seeing shifts, everyone arrived at the Eric training ground in the academy. Right then, the professor slowly said, "Line up by region," and the freshmen had stand in front of each team. Then Principal Kalian began his speech. "I don't like long speeches. If your dream is to be a hero, then you must forge your own path and transcend your limits. We Lumel Academy do not need students who cannot do these things." As he spoke, the principal smashed the podium instantly with a single strike. "Next, let's welcome the freshman representative to come on stage and give a speech." Then, under everyone's gaze, the professor announced the name of the freshman representative, Leo Provo, which left him feeling very confused. Was it the examiner who recommended him? A moment later, Leo was seen standing on stage and starting his speech, while everyone else began to discuss in whispers. The freshman representative isn't actually a head. Leo Provo, a name heard for the first time. This look and attitude is simply provoking us. Just as the professors thought this year's entrance ceremony would go smoothly. Right then, Leo slowly raised his voice to everyone. "If any of you want this spot, come up and take it." Hearing this, everyone present felt utterly shocked. "I accept anyone who dares come." Seeing shifts, everyone returned to the Lumel Academy dormitories. Now begins a week of temporary classes. During this period, it doesn't matter what major you choose. You can attend the classes you want to listen to. In this process, you need to choose the 3 subjects you want to study the most. So, to avoid being late tomorrow, today everyone should rest early. Unexpectedly, "Leo, you actually live next to me." After bidding farewell to Carl. Right then, Leo finally returned to his own dormitory. Seeing him lying on the bed, lost in thought, he wondered if the archives at Lumel Academy had any records of his heroic deeds.